Farmer mental health is a concern. We talk about that often, and in the next few weeks, we'll share with you some additional insight on that subject. FMC has a push now to try to improve farmer mental health and to help those of us who may have to talk to others about it. Lisa HOMER is with FMC, and visiting with her a few days ago, I asked her about this recognition at the company for which she works, why they're moving this direction.
Safety is a huge issue at FMC. When we do town hall meetings or when we get together as a team, the first statistic we share is our safety record before we even talk about financials. And so that is something that is always top of mind at FMC. And for me, it started to expand outside of physical safety and into the mental health piece of it and all of those things that come together from a safety perspective when you're keeping your mind as healthy and as safe as you are with your physical being.
You're talking about your workforce at FMC, your people,
yes.
And the need to keep them safe.
Correct. Their motto is that you go home at the end of the day the way you showed up. So, yeah. And so that was a big part of how I knew the company would be on board. For me personally, it's I've been around a lot of people who have mental health issues, and it's so hard to say mental health because you immediately get this idea, but it's something bigger than what it is. But it can be as simple as depression or ADHD. So 2 years, actually right before COVID, I was officially diagnosed, ADHD and depression. And when I broke my ankle, I sent pictures to everybody. Look what happened. But the minute I got this diagnosis, it was like, I can't let anybody find that out. I don't want to tell. And it's ridiculous. You can't help it any more than you can help the broken bone. So I figured the best way for me to handle it was to make sure the people around me knew it and knew how to handle it.
And in a rural community, everyone is so close. Everyone is so guarded because of that feeling of being looked at differently. Am I correct?
Oh, absolutely. I think in the agriculture community, you get a twofer, right? You get people who are uncomfortable asking for help for anything, because you were brought up to be able to manage it. You help other people, but you certainly don't ask for help. And then you add on top of that the stigma that can come from mental health and what people think about it. It just makes it doubly hard for somebody in that arena to ask for help. But it also makes it hard for the people who could see somebody who they feel like they need to offer the help, and you're not sure how to do that because is this person going to be open to responding to that? So I think it creates a much bigger stigma, both for the people who are experiencing the issues and those who are watching somebody suffer.
So at FMC, have you worked with some associations here to try to bring this to the fore for the ag community?
Absolutely. It's been wonderful we've talked with the American Soybean Association, and they have a great program that they use that lists the numbers that are available in the different states. We've talked with National Corn Growers, Rural Mines, NOG. I mean, all of these people, when we went out and said, we want to break the stigma, make it okay to have the conversation, and help people find the resources, every single one of them had a story of, oh my God, so-and-so will be on board with this because he experienced this or she went through this. And it's just, I think people are ready to break the silence and just blow it open.
One word comes to mind as I'm talking to you and listening to you is the word hope, offering some hope out there, that there are folks available to provide some answers, that it isn't necessarily something that you can't address.
Right, and it doesn't have to be specifically about somebody that you save a life, or that somebody doesn't make a very tragic choice because they think they don't have another option, although that's wonderful. It's about the idea of living with depression or any of those other things that can weigh you down, and I want somebody to understand you don't have to feel that way. You don't have to live that way. And the people who do get help and the people who make that change or have that conversation and describe it as a weight has been lifted, that's enough. That's that's the important part, is that you don't have to feel this way. It's very easy to feel alone, even in a crowd of people. And so you're not by yourself. There are people that care about you. And just go find them. Go find them and let them know that you just need to talk, whatever you need. So yeah, hope's a good word.
We appreciate Lisa sharing with us her personal story. Now take a look. There is this special farm futures issue. Here's a barcode. If you don't get farm futures at your farm, or if you're not on the farm, maybe you're in the fertilizer business, some other line of work, this barcode will take you to that special issue made possible by FMC, the series Cultivating Mental Health.